5, 4.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. The 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. Yo, welcome to another episode of Wrestling with the Bros, alongside the temporary Logan Paul fan James. That's fair on my right, you're on my left, you're right. What's going on, Chris? Make sure that you guys tune in every week here for Wrestling with the Bros, for all your things that involve wrestling, at least with the WWE. I can't speak for AEW, but neither here nor there. Follow us on X, Twitter, whatever you call it, at WWTV 2024. Also, hit that like and subscribe button so when we go live like we are now, you
Hit the
will be
button.
notified. Hit the button. It's free. It costs absolutely nothing. There, James, what's
Hit
going
the
on,
button.
man? What's going on, y'all? How are you guys feeling?
Well, we just snapped the ice. We just snapped the cold freeze for the weather, for the winter weather up here. It's actually going to be 77 on Wednesday for the first time. It's going to be. I'm going to open up my pool for the first time all year. Where this way is where I'm fucking going.
Jeez, wait a minute. You're going swimming already?
Man, it's been negative 14 the past 2.5 months.
Yeah, fair
It's gonna be
point.
cold as hell.
I will,
Still
but
supposed to be cold.
I don't care.
It is. Sun came out a little bit. Let's go swimming. Yeah.
No kid.
Yeah.
No kid. And matter of fact, it was about 55 today. It's gonna be 74 tomorrow here, and it's gonna be in the mid 60s all weekend long. It's gonna be some rain, and then I think Monday is gonna be 74. So we're getting a little early taste of spring here. So I'm glad about that. Hold on, James. I know you're glad because you were freaking a freaking icicle, man, with the last month or so. So,
Man, look, I usually don't mind the cold, right? But it gets to a point when it's every day for about a month straight, and it doesn't get past like 32, and then it's like, what the fuck is this?
I agree with you on that,
Bro.
man. When it's cold like that, consecutively, whatever, that gets old, man.
Bro, it was a whole 55 for a couple of weeks down here.
I don't want to hear you, Pain.
It was so cold.
I don't want to hear you, Pain. Don't want to hear
Okay, all right. Well, let's go ahead and start the show because Fair he's on BS already. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys already know, big week going on at WWE. A lot to get to. Elimination Chamber. Also, the promo with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Did it go too far? Was it just right? Is this something that people are overreacting to? Plus, the Jade and Rhea Ripley situation. Is this a work, a shoot, corniness? It's a whole lot going on. And also, much more coming up on today's show. But let's go ahead and get started with breaking news. The Road Dogg, Jesse James, is now unemployed. According to reports, he has decided to step down from WWE of being a part of creative. James has been very critical of Road Dogg on this show. James, so I'm going to start with you. Give us your thoughts on this. The Road Dogg, Jesse James, no longer a part of WWE's creative.
So, I guess now he can join the badass Billy Gunn and be part of the New Age Outlaws in AEW. I'd be interested to see if that happens. Billy Gunn still wrestles. Billy Gunn still wrestles over there. So maybe he goes over there. Maybe he's a road agent. I don't know. Road Dogg, road agent. Shut up. Play it off. I think it's a good way to kind of. I think now at this point they need to clear the entire slate, wipe it completely clean, get rid of Pritchard, get rid of Freebird Hayes, get new ideas in there. Anybody from the Vince McMahon era got to go. Sorry, it's just it's about that time already. Like they've been there for 30 plus years. Like time to get new faces in there and involved. I will say the one thing I do believe that I think he kind of sealed his fate on Unreal when he basically said he wanted to flip the belt back to Chelsea, but then there was no one left to fight Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
So it almost kind of made it seem like he just wanted to put the belt back on her for no reason. And when he got asked about it, he had no real answer. See, this is where I think Unreal actually hurts them because in that moment, if you're a fan, you're saying to yourself, "Why is this guy writing stories? Like why is he doing this? Like he just wants to put the
Mm-hmm.
belt back on her with no clear reason or why to do so. So if you're doing that, you got to have a reason, right? And he just couldn't come up with one. So I think that kind of sealed his fate along the way too, and especially now because now it's under a microscope with the way they tell you about booking the shows and how they view certain wrestlers and stuff like that. So I think from that point on, it kind of just been like a for him. But I wish him well, and I hope he finds a job because being on the Floyd sucks. So we'll see what happens from there.
Fair.
Um, I mean, I think you pretty much seen the writing on the wall when Unreal came out. He looked like just that type of dude that just want to argue a point until it's dead and gone. Like my man said, bro, don't try to stop me. Let me be angry. What the fuck do you mean? But that yes, I to me, all in the reports say that he knew the kind of the writing was on the wall when he got his role got diminished, so he walked in and quit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have no real comment about it. I feel like when he came back and they put him in whatever charge of SmackDown or put him on SmackDown's creative, the show got worse. And you know, hopefully the show gets better. I'm also excited about the new the head writer who is a woman taking over for Raw, and I'm trying to find her name real quick.
I think it was
But
Alexander
shout out
Williams.
to that. Yeah, there you go, Alexander Williams, who I think we seen on Unreal, which is the woman that was I forget what match she was fighting on, but I know she was in that creative board meeting. So hopefully, she gets a shot to try to right that ship, not right the ship, but just see if we can, like you said, give some different perspectives. Like let some new people tell some stories instead of the dudes that have been trying to tell the last 30 years with the old guy. You know what I'm saying? Like get some new blood. Like you're a new creative director essentially now, Triple H. Get some new blood in there. Get them to get you some better stories. There's too many highly talented writers, whether it be comic book writers, other screenwriters, shit like that, that's out there that you can get help with writing a simple wrestling story every week. Like you shouldn't be afraid to spend that type of money, and hopefully this is a change in creative that works.
I will say though, I do think it does require some knowledge of the topic though too though. Like if a comic book guy doesn't really watch wrestling, so it's like, well, who's really the top guy? Who do I push? Do I like this guy? Is he the top guy? Well, I don't think he is. So I feel like there's some kind of like um, knowledge of the product first beforehand. You know,
I don't think you get into wrestling and not have a knowledge of the.
that's
I'm
fair.
not like if you're not applying because you have to apply for it, right? You're not sitting here. They're not picking you out of the writers' luncheon. Here, come write WWE now. No, you're applying for the job. You have to sell them on the creative. I hope this is the way they do it. You got to sell them on the creative narrative. And if you get the job, that means you get to create that narrative. So I would think, yeah, I would hope you have knowledge of the product if you're applying for a WWE job.
Would hope one would hope. Um, Obviously, you don't want to see nobody lose their job, but at the same time, you're kind of like, hey, man, you know what? You kind of sealed your fate. And James, I agree with you with that Unreal episode where he was saying pretty much he didn't know what to do with Chelsea. Um, I'm trying to remember.
One
Correct me
man
if I'm
said, "I
wrong.
know you're right,
Right?
but fuck it."
Yeah,
Huh?
pretty. Yeah, I didn't get it either. But wasn't he at one point the writer for the tag team division for SmackDown or something like that?
No, he was the head writer of SmackDown.
Hey,
My
oh,
Yeah, I
man.
think he
okay,
was the head writer of
hey, right,
SmackDown. I
okay,
think.
okay. I thought it was the tag team division too, but okay, he's the head of SmackDown. Okay,
He was
um,
the whole head, and then they
for
they diminished him and brought somebody else in. I can't. The names are
Ryan Ward.
escaping me right now. There you go. Thank you. They brought
Yeah.
him in to be the co-head writer, and then now he's just the head guy.
yeah, no, it sucks, but at the same time, you know what? It was probably necessary for him to go. I think we've talked about on the show. I know Fair has, at least for the last month. SmackDown has not been good at all, and I'm not saying
See,
that he's a part of it, but he's the big reason as to why it's not good. Um, but hopefully, the next person that's coming in that's going to take his spot for as far as creative can get some things going, can right the ship a little bit, and get SmackDown to being very good again. So we shall see. But
I
that
don't.
that was go ahead, James. Go ahead, James.
I don't think SmackDown has been that bad.
Hmm.
I think it's been okay. I don't think it's been. I think Raw has been bad. I think SmackDown's actually been kind of better ever since they got the third hour.
The last 2 weeks, I've been saying that SmackDown's been better because it hasn't been good.
I
There's
don't think it's
bits and pieces. I'd like an Oba. I like Oba. I like Trick. Obviously, I don't think it's been. It had a run like a month before that. That was really good TV. I think before I forget what pay per view it was. It might have been Rumble. Before that, and then like after Rumble, it's just been meh. Like it's not bad,
Mm.
but it hasn't been great. It hasn't been. It's been below average a little bit, in my opinion.
See, I think it's been average. I think Monday Night Raw has been below average, but that's a different topic for a different day.
I mean, that's a different topic. Yeah.
Um, but let's go ahead and
Yeah.
get right into it. The Elimination Chamber took place in Chicago at the United Center. First PLE pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, at the United Center in 32 years. Last time they had a pay-per-view there
Acknowledge my
was
perfect night. Acknowledge it right now.
oh gosh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Fair went for
Acknowledge
four
it.
for 4 for 4, pardon me.
And
He
called
was
it
perfect.
exactly.
That just
Yeah.
shows that just shows how predictable
Acknowledge
WWE
it.
is.
I did.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good point, James.
again.
That's a
That's
good point,
another
James.
topic. That's another topic.
But Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Rhea Ripley won the men's and women's respective elimination chamber match. AJ Lee, or the household of CM Punk and AJ Lee, they won the belts. Well, actually, Punk retained. AJ Lee won the IC belt from Becky Lynch. Overall, not a bad, not a bad PLE. It was solid. It was okay. I give it about a B, maybe a B. James, I'm gonna start with you because you weren't here with Fair and I watching the live stream. But give us your thoughts on on how you felt uh, elimination chamber went, and do you think that it could have got a higher grade than a B, lower? What are your thoughts?
I said C plus.
B plus, okay, okay.
So I feel like everything was kind of predictable in a way. You know, you had a feel like, and this is my biggest knock again with the creative. They kind of pigeonhole themselves when the Rumble winners are on the same show in the same night. So it almost kind of means that the Elimination Chamber is going to be the same fucking thing, right? So you knew automatically that a person on Raw was not winning the Chamber on either side, of the men's or the women's. So it kind of narrowed it down to the SmackDown guys. So SmackDown guys and girls. Rhea winning was an obvious. I feel like they do it because they need a draw, and she's been in the past 7 WrestleMania matches, which again isn't her fault because she is a draw. But it almost kind of, you looked at the field and you kind of saw everybody. It's like That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. This definitely doesn't make sense. That makes sense. And that, we don't know. So it almost kind of feels like they put themselves in that corner when it's like, oh, well, we kind of told you the winner already. Well, telling you the winner already. Now, we'll give them some credit on the Randy Orton decision because it was different and Cody got pinned instead of somebody else. So at least it kind of added the intrigue of, oh, Cody lost. Oh, well, that's new. I'll give them that. The Becky and AJ thing, again, it felt very, for being out of the ring for 11 years in a one-on-one match, she actually kind of held her own, which is pretty good. So shout out to her for that. I wish Becky would have won in some cheap way in Chicago because I think that would have added more fuel to the flame for the champion, for WrestleMania.
Hey James, I will say this: that the Cody Rhodes being pinned did kind of surprise me. Actually, it did surprise me. I agree with you on that.
So at least they
Didn't
gave us
surprise
that.
me.
And then the Finn and Punk match again. When you got your dog on the back of your jacket, when your wife wins the championship, when you come out to the serious song by the 96 Bulls in the United Center with the PA announcer for the Bulls doing your thing, you ain't losing. You're just not losing. It is what it is. It wasn't your night. Now, that was probably the best match of the night, I think. Balor put on the show. He belongs in the main event scene. So at least that kind of went that way. But again, it just felt like the winners were very clear cut and dry. And otherwise than that, I have no other really critiques other than that. So that's why I come up with my C+ rating. I think the best match of the night was Finn and Punk. And everything else after that was probably the women's chamber, the men's chamber, and then Becky and AJ. That's my 1 through 4 list for that.
Fair?
Yeah, about a solid C+, C, B minus, C+, D+, C+. That'd be nice. Yeah, like the predictability of the show was obvious. Like you put Rhea in the match with a bunch of people that just didn't have anything going. That was clear as day. That was going to be Rhea. It was just a names to beat at that point. The men's elimination chamber. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty good until that botch, and then the shit just went downhill. It was just it took the momentum, I think, from because that's all I thought about after he did it. Like it was just, bro, this man just fell off the top rope, fucked the whole shit up. That's all I kept saying. That's all I kept saying. So I was like, that kind of brought that match down. Yeah, Punk and Balor were absolutely the greatest match, or the best match rather. I shouldn't say the greatest match. The best match on that card. And the AJ and Becky, it was no way in hell that they was gonna not put that belt on her in Chicago to get that pop. That was just the easiest cheap pop ever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's like let's C+, bro. Like if I'm nice to C minus, I'll B minus or whatever. But yeah, it was a whole hum, get you where you need to go, show, get you to Raw so we can get off to the real climax of the push for WrestleMania. That's all that was.
I enjoyed it. It was okay. It wasn't nothing spectacular. I thought it was solid. You guys gave it a C+. I gave it a B. You know what? Maybe B minus. Maybe I'll say B minus. Becky Lynch, AJ Lee was clearly predictable. The win, I think we all knew that Rhea Ripley was going to win. Um, and as well as CM Punk. I will agree, James. I really wish I was there for that pay-per-view because the way that that building exploded when he came out to the Bulls intro and had the Bulls PA announcer there. Yeah, that I know that place went nuts. Uh, I the one I did get wrong was the men's chamber match was I think I had Cody winning. I wanted LA Knight to win, but I think I had Cody winning. Did not see Randy Orton winning at all. I honestly didn't. Not saying that he's not deserving of getting the opportunity to wrestle at Mania, but I honestly just didn't see it. I thought they were going to put Cody in a chamber match for him and Drew to be in a match, maybe in a fatal four-way where somehow Orton and Fatu get involved. But I honestly thought Cody was going to win that match. That was the only one that I got wrong. Excuse me. Uh, LA Knight having the botch. It sucks that it happened, especially to this guy, because it seemed like this guy,
Always happens to him.
yeah, I will be honest. The first person I thought of when that happened was you, James. I said, "Oh,
Oh,
James is
yeah,
going."
yeah. Look,
Yeah,
I was I was watching it with my friends too, and they all kind of looked at me, and I was like, "Look, it is what it is," you know.
Yeah.
But I will say though, shout out to Logan Paul for someone coming to his rescue, hence the name temporary Logan Paul fan, because he knew.
Oh, what a
And Finn
what
Balor
a
also Finn Balor also slipped on the rope as well before that.
yeah. The same
So
one.
the same exact corner, the same exact rope. So
It
look,
didn't look as bad.
is it unfortunate? Yes. But there's kind of a smoking gun that the fact that it happened the match before, and then Logan Paul comes out and says, "Yeah, that everybody knows that corner was a mess," or whatever. So, does it suck? Yes, but it is what it is. Now, do I think that kind of ruins anything for him? No, because what the hell was he even doing before this? He was feuding with the Vision, since he's been feuding with since June. So it's not like he's really going anywhere. It just sucks. But again, I also said, the process of the Elimination Chamber was that he was probably going to go out relatively soon. So I'm not licking my wounds. I'm just being honest. You could fact check it. So, but it sucks. But it is what it is. I ain't going to give up hope because he botched. It just is what it is. Now, he's not going to win a championship. So, he's not going to win a world
Always
championship.
botching.
Not always.
Botch.
But look.
Botchy night. That's what you should call
Look. It's not even that. Look, I seen the videos. I had them all sent to me. I get it. I understand. Look, does it slips. But a lot of those botches happened in 2023.
Man, slipping and falling and you can't get up. That's what happens.
Shout out DMX. But it's all right. Us LA Knight fans, we ain't giving up. It's a tough road, but it's all right.
You might have to. He might be all elite after a minute, but
Hey, fuck it. Nah, I mean he just signed an extension with them, so he ain't going nowhere. But
nah,
hey, look, if he goes all elite, fuck it. Probably better opportunity for him.
I'm joking. He'll be on the same bench like half the other WWE guys over there.
I mean, Kenny Omega's on his way out.
Yeah.
They need new guys. Look, MJF, Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay's hurt. He's got a neck injury. Danielson's out.
I want to go
Hangman Page
110% every night. I'm hurt now.
yeah. I was. Hold on. I'll tell you what didn't sit right with me. Logan Paul eliminating Javon Evans and Trick Williams for the end Black History Month. I was
No
like, wait,
comment.
hold on here. I'm like, wait a minute.
I didn't even
Logan
notice
Paul.
this shit until I seen it on X.
Well, I think
Notice
that was just basically if Bronson Reed doesn't get hurt, I think that's who eliminates him. Kind of thing.
No, I mean, I don't know if it's that. I think that they wanted to tell the story that Logan Paul was on his way to winning and Seth Rollins stopped him from winning.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the storyline. I don't know if it was necessarily a person, like if Bronson Reed was in there, he was going to do that. I just think that's the creative they came with, which was decent. You just didn't have you had to. Well, I guess you had to eliminate those three guys, right?
Yeah,
because they didn't matter in the final part of the match. So
Do we get Logan Paul and Seth Rollins at Mania?
I don't know. There's such. I don't know if he's totally healthy. I don't like. It's
Well,
kind of it's kind of strange.
according to Corey Hayes of BodySlam.net, um, he recently got cleared.
Okay.
So, and I don't think
Then
he would be. I mean, and I know I know it's only a steel chair. It weighs nothing. But if his rotator cuff was still fucked up, I don't think he'd be swinging a chair.
I mean, I had that surgery before. Like at this time, I was able to. If I wanted to swing something at medium speed or even slow speed, you could do that because that's kind of part of the rehab. Like some of that what they
Yeah.
do. So like it's not like he swung it like a baseball at a baseball or something like that. Like so, but the fact that he got cleared is good. Was is
Yeah.
great. I think it's Brock Lesnar.
Seth and Brock?
Hmm.
Yep. He just
Oh,
stomped Paul Heyman. Who's going there? I think it's Seth and Brock, and they're doing Logan Paul and Theory versus the Usos for the titles. The
I
sad,
mean,
the only thing that does that, what I say is after that, because I tweeted that. What is LA Knight doing?
probably nothing because Triple H hates him.
Yeah, that leaves him completely out. Now, I know we all want the Oba Brock match, but I really feel that Oba is gonna face Gunther. I think Oba faces Gunther first. To get that momentum back to him. I think they aim him at that. I think that'll be a banger ass match too. But
See,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like WWE would miss the boat because if Brock is on his way out the door, right, and you kind of hinted at it at Royal Rumble, they would have a face off. And I feel like them not getting that one-on-one match would kind of like not ruin it, but it would definitely like kind of take like a hunch, right? Like a hit. Because you
You
have
can
the
do that at
ruler.
SummerSlam.
No, I know, but I feel like SummerSlam would be a place where Brock Lesnar would retire.
Right. And he loses.
But
And
Gunther's the career killer.
Minneapolis.
You see what I'm saying?
Which you're gonna have Oba beat Gunther.
But then what do you do? See, okay,
Then you
that's
aim him at Brock. What do you mean what do you do?
yeah, but I feel
That
like
writes itself.
and I know I get on them with predictability, but I feel like the predictable route, which I would enjoy, would be Gunther versus not Gunther, Oba versus Lesnar at WrestleMania. You have the Conqueror versus the Ruler, right? And then from there, you have Gunther beat Brock Lesnar in Minneapolis, and that's his last match.
So you having Brock beat Gunther. I mean Brock beat Oba then. Because you can't have him lose two in a row and have that match mean anything about anybody's career. So
I don't know about that necessarily. I mean, he likes he likes working with the younger guys, and I think giving Oba that rub, like, yeah, no, I beat the beast. I think that kind of helps him. And at this point, does Lesnar really need any wins under his belt anymore? Like, does he really need to? Does he really
and
need to beat Brock? Like, does he really need to beat Oba? Does he really need to beat Gunther? And like, we already seen the Rollins and Lesnar match as well. So, do you really want to go back to that again? You know, so it's like one of those things. Like, what do you really do? You know, but if I'm them, I try to find a way to get Oba versus Lesnar at WrestleMania, whether that's night one, night two, whatever. I think that should be one of your matches because it puts Oba in a spot that makes him say, he's here. This is our future. Rollins is already the future. I mean, Rollins is already the present. He don't need the rub. Give it to Oba. You give it to Gunther because Gunther's the career killer. You ended right there.
speaking of Gunther, why doesn't he have anything? Why don't they have any plans for Gunther for WrestleMania?
Well, did you
The
see who
dude,
was in the? Did you see who was in the creative room? He wanted to put the belt back on Chelsea. He didn't know who to fight.
That's true too. So yeah,
It's right there. You know, I just
Who says they don't have creative plans for Gunther though?
look, the man retired John Cena. He retired AJ
AJ
Styles,
Styles.
and who else did he retire? Because he retired somebody. He's like the
Goldberg.
legend Goldberg. There was a report that came out that said that they don't really have anything set for him right now. How do you not have nothing set for that man right now?
I mean, at one point I believed in Santa Claus, and then I realized that he wasn't real. Like I don't. There's no way in hell that they don't have a match set for Gunther. Just because they haven't acknowledged it on TV or pointed to it in any direction doesn't mean that there's no match. It just means that we don't know what the fucking match is.
But I feel like
That's
his options are. I feel like his options are limited because you
here's
pretty
what I
much
would.
you
My
pretty
bad.
much
Go ahead.
coined the career killer thing on him, right?
Mm,
There's a guy that's pretty old right now that might not have a lot left in the tank. And I honestly, to tell you the truth, I think it would tie into another aspect of Monday Night Raw that we didn't get to yet. I'm sure we'll probably talk about it. But I do think Rey Mysterio would be a good match at WrestleMania for him if you want to continue the career killer thing. Because I don't know how much Rey Mysterio has left in the tank.
Yeah, it seems like he keeps getting hurt a lot.
I don't.
And
I don't
so,
need to see
and this,
that.
and on top of it too, he's going after Dragon Lee. Ray and Dragon Lee are part of the LWO, I believe. I think Dragon Lee is part of the LWO. I could be mistaken. So at least you have some connective tissue there. And if Ray can't do it anymore and he wants to go to WrestleMania, there's your way to do it. And I feel like there's another thing that might get intertwined with that. But if you guys want to talk about it, maybe in the Raw review, then we'll speak about it from there.
I mean, yeah, we could talk. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Raw. Wasn't too bad. Raw was a decent show, of course, and we'll get to this very point of the Roman Reigns CM Punk promo. But real quick, how do you guys feel about Gunther taking off Dragon Lee's mask?
I mean, it adds to his character. You know, he's gonna do what he takes to win. You know, he's kind of like an old school classic heel in that sense, right? Um, I do respect how he's very like technical, like in the ring, but he's willing to cheat to get what he wants. So it makes it very like old school, kind of like bad guy in wrestling. So he sticks very true to I feel like the classic tropes of a bad guy in wrestling. He respects the ring. He just will do anything it takes to win.
I
Hmm.
don't. I kind of felt it was an accident, to be honest with you. But hey, but I don't know. I didn't pay no mind to it, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie.
Hold on, hold on,
I didn't even notice it until the replay, to be honest with you.
hold on 1 second, Fair. I forgot to mention this at Elimination Chamber. We had the day debut. We had the debut of Dan Hansen. Uh,
D butt
the,
is insane. Okay.
uh, yeah, he came out, and I think, look, and I will say this, people, please, 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 stop getting your hopes up, thinking it's going to be Chris Jericho or whoever else. For a lot of these, I've been seeing this. I don't know, Fair. I know you've seen it, James. I don't know if you've seen it on your timeline, but people keep thinking that anytime there's speculation of somebody coming back, it's going to be this big superstar. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't know who Dan Hansen. Is it Dan Hansen or Dan Hansen?
Danhausen.
Danhausen.
Dan Housen. Thank you. Sorry about that, Dan Housen. I
You'll be
didn't know
Danhausen.
cursed.
anything. I didn't know anything about him. 'Cause I don't really watch AEW. But when he came out of the box, the crate, and everybody was kind of like, "Huh?" And they booed the hell out of him. Dude, me and Fear were cracking up. But I like the fact that he put the
Bro.
curse on Dominic Mysterio for Raw. And what happened? Dominic Mysterio lost the belt.
See,
He
and
lost the
and
Penta.
this is my tie into why I think what they're going to do with Dom and Danhausen and Ray and Gunther. He cursed him. He lost the Intercontinental title belt. Let's say somehow he loses Liv Morgan. somehow, some way.
Well, he'll lose the Triple A belt first. Then it would be Liv Morgan.
Yes.
And
So
then
if
it
you
would
lose the
be
AAA belt,
Austin.
right? I feel as if the plan is for Gunther to beat Ray at WrestleMania, the way for him to lift the curse is if he forgives his father.
Ah, okay. I like that.
What did he say? Ah. Why did you say that?
I mean,
That's crazy.
I think it'd be cool, it'd be different, and I think it would kind of make Danhausen kind of like that lingering on-screen character that kind of holds the power of his curses, right? So at least you kind of get like something along the lines of, oh, well, this could work. You know, you made a big deal about him. You put him in a crate, which I think that was the worst thing you could have done because you had everybody hyping up who was going to be for it to be a guy no one really fucking knows unless you watch AEW. So that's why I think they kind of failed him. But everyone seems like they like him. I think he's hilarious. He calls Adam Pearce cold Steve Austin. He goes, the glasses are a disguise. So, there's things you could do. He's under that R-Truth Santino kind of comedy role. So I don't think it's a bad idea. But I think that's my way to make Dom kind of turn back in a way.
I shitted it all over it on Saturday. I don't give a shit about it now. That was that boo was crazy. They see he came out with the dancers and they was like, oh, boo. That's it. That was crazy. Listen, I don't again, I said I'm gonna keep an open eye or open mind to it. Um, but that was a waste of time. That was a waste of time.
It was, and I also, well, it was considering the theatrics behind it. I think that was the problem.
Like the
If there,
dancers. Why do we need the dancers? I don't
not
get
even
is
the
that
dan-
part of the
not e-
thing?
even
I
the
don't know.
dancer, not even the dancers thing. It's more you hyped this crate up since the beginning of February, just for it to be a guy that no one really knows unless you watch outside of like AEW or independent guy, whatever. So that's why,
Nobody in
like,
WWE does that shit unless you're like a diehard. So I don't know why that needs to be done.
so that's why I look at it and I'm saying to myself, they kind of set him up for failure. Oh, and another thing too, I think this also killed the Elimination Chamber. There was a 40-minute time gap between the Danhausen thing and the main event, or some kind of crazy shit like that. Like there is no something like that. I read there was like a long gap between the last match, the Danhausen thing, and then the Elimination Chamber. Like you can't have a 25 to 40-minute gap in between matches, especially when you're trying to
Uh,
kill time.
I think that's an exaggeration. I don't. Do you remember that long, Chris? It might have been like 15.
Uh, it was
I
a
don't
it
remember
was a good
40
minute.
minutes.
It because that was right before the main event. You said right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It,
they
it was
had
a
they
it
had
was a
like
good
they
minute.
had like three long ass commercial breaks.
Yeah.
I remember, but 40. I don't think it was 40 minutes. That's insane.
Hey,
I don't.
hey, you know what? It might have felt like 40 Hill.
Hey, it might have been, but I don't. Yeah, 40 minutes. Maybe I go. Well, no, because they cut the damn commercials off after the show. But
Hmm.
yeah, that 40 was. I don't. If it was 40 minutes, and I damn sure didn't feel it. So because I didn't complain. I complained about it. Like I think we took a little break, and then I came back and I was like, "Yo, this is the longest fucking commercial break I've ever seen in my life." But I didn't. I don't know if it was 40 minutes though.
It was. I don't know if it was 40, but it was I know I said 40,
It
but
was
I
long
don't
as
fucking
hell.
know.
It was
It was
long as
long.
I
I
remember it was
agree.
like maybe 15 or 20. Maybe I'll give you 20. And
But
that's
but
long as
again,
shit,
but,
by the
but
way.
again, if, if
But
if you're having a 20-minute fucking break between matches in a Danhausen segment, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like
now was that
we
20 minutes between the Danhausen segment that included like until the actual bell rings for the match? or was it like from that segment to Trick Williams' entrance? Was
I'm
it
not
40
exact.
minutes?
Maybe bell to bell. Maybe
From the
maybe
last bell to the next bell was 40
yeah.
minutes. Okay, maybe. I
Maybe
mean, that
I don't
sounds
know.
about
Maybe,
right.
maybe.
Yeah.
But
Uh, but let's go ahead and let's get down to brass tacks here. Let's get right to the what really was what had everybody talking about Monday Night Raw. Like this story is doing so good. TMZ even reported it. And Fair, you shared this in the group chat, I believe. Uh, Even TMZ is reporting on the CM Punk Roman Reigns feud. And to me,
Bro.
it's just my personal opinion. When WWE gets those stories to like mainstream media like this, that's when you know the story is working. Uh, Roman Reigns and CM Punk, they were cutting a promo against each other. Which to me, this is round two. This was round two of them meeting face to face in the ring, and CM Punk ended it by pretty much saying, "I'm gonna bury you next to your father." And Reigns gave the look like, "Wait, hold on, was he supposed to say that? Wait a minute, you said something about my daddy?" And then he kind of got. It was almost like he instantly got back into character. I believe that I'm sure everybody knows that line was pre-approved for him to say something like that. But WWE has used things like this in the past to uh uh get stories like this going. And like I said, the fact that TMZ reported it let you further know that this story is definitely working. So Fair, I will start with you. Give us your thoughts on the promo. It was about 9 minutes long, I believe. But what was your thoughts on the Reigns Punk promo that happened on Monday night and how it set the world just ablaze?
Well, yeah, I mean the term it was a good shock line. That's what it was. It was meant for you to end it and be like, oh, that one of those gasps, like, how did oh my, did he just say that? Which is good, like the one thing I love about reading this app sometimes, right, is like we ask for shit like, oh, I wish the attitude era was back, and oh, and this, that, and the third. Brother, shit like this was said and worse back then. So if you're up in arms and you want to, strike against CM Punk now, or you want to, hashtag him to death about that, what would you have done in the Attitude Era?
And it's
Like
funny you
you
say
wouldn't have
that
been
too.
able to survive
I
that.
I wouldn't even say the Attitude Era. I think people forget who CM Punk actually is. He basically called Jeff Hardy a junkie right to his face in
Right
Yeah.
to his
2009.
face.
Right to his face. He disrespected the entire when Paul Bearer passed away and the Undertaker was
Yeah,
doing the
you're
pose,
right.
the
Right.
music hit, and he
Duck the
dumped the
urns.
urn with the ashes. Like this is who CM Punk actually is. And I think people need to realize that because everyone's like, how could he say such a thing? It's like he's done this
Because he's been doing
before.
it for 20 years.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a
It's
long
crazy.
time now. Like this is nothing new. The Jeff Hardy shit was crazy. It was like, oh my god, he called him a junkie on television. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like it. People got to realize, like sometimes they got to lay into what they are. You know what I mean? They like Punk can take it there. He just hasn't done it in a while. So I'm glad he did it. I don't mean to cut you off, but
Oh, you're fine.
about the up in arms point. But like people need to realize, like too, like bro, it is what it is. You just gotta deal with it. He does it. He's done this before. This ain't his first
How about it's
rodeo.
a TV show and we all know that they're gonna say something slick? Like, there's no way in the fucking world that little ass CM Punk went in that fucking ring and said, "I'm gonna bury you next to your daddy," and that man did not know he was gonna say that. Okay, like seriously. So let's we like if you want to do the shows like Unreal, you want to talk about the shit like that, and you want to be all smart marky and know all the terms and shit like that, then you got to realize that this shit is all pre-approved, bro. And if
I
it
hope that
wasn't, then they had a conversation and now it's over, and then they're gonna fucking keep doing their business. That's how this wrestling shit has worked for 100 years.
that's one thing I hope they keep under wraps. By the way,
What's
Oh,
I
they're
that?
hope
not gonna do that because Roman's not gonna do it. If you
I
notice, Roman's not has not been nowhere near these
I,
unreals.
I
Roman's
hope
not gonna do it.
I hope that they don't say that was pre-approved. I want to let that
No.
be known. Like, not be known, but let it be like a mystery to people. Like, now they just want, well, we'll just go put it on Unreal. Like, no, I don't want to know that. Like the Tiffany and Charlotte thing last year, that shouldn't have been on Unreal.
I might disagree with you because that was taking it too far, and it was unscripted, and everybody wanted to know if that was too far, and everything was unscripted. Like for me anyway, because when we figured it out that they were doing this, I was interested. That's just me personally. So you probably didn't want to know that if you're not into that type of stuff, but I kind of was waiting for that. But just back to it, man. Just to get to the nuts and bolts of the promo though. Is it just me, or is this 2-0 rings?
2-0
I
reigns.
mean,
I
you
think
can
it's
get.
1-1.
2-0,
You
right?
think it's
2-0.
1-1? So you think?
I think it's
Did we gonna? I just want to in the detail of the promo. Tell me what CM Punk says. Tell
It's
me
been a
what.
long.
Don't give me the last line. We're gonna take that out. Okay, take the last line out. Tell me the thing that registered with you with CM Punk.
Well, heck, he talked about his family. I'm not even talking about uh, the last line that he said
And he's like,
but his man, with his old man or what have you. Even when he was talking about how, well, hold on, you got a whole bunch of Samoans in your back pocket or whatever, whatever. Like, no, Roman has been cooking. I'm not even gonna sit there and lie. Gosh, I wish I had time to rewatch the promo today before the show because I didn't get a chance. I was busy taking care of some stuff before I got on here. But I think
Mm.
like the first one I get that to Roman. I get that to Roman. The first one. I think this one, I think Punk had more. I think Punk gave you more from the standpoint of he's been pretty much carrying this feud for the last few weeks because Roman hasn't been there and he's finally seen him face to face. And I think personally, CM Punk was out there pretty much letting them know, like, hey, dude, you've been gone for 2 weeks or however long it is. Hey, I'm sick and tired of this crap. All right, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm about to go in here and I'm about to lay you down real quick. Okay, I'm about to lay you down real quick.
Hmm.
I think personally think it's tied 1-1. I think it's tied 1-1.
James, would you think?
I think it's 1-1 as well. Minus the burying you next to your dead father remark, which was incredibly on par for CM Punk. But I think the biggest things that stand out is always the you have nothing. I took the tribal chief. I took the wise man away from you. You don't have the Usos. I'm with your cousins now. Like you're not here. I'm here all the time. Like really kind of laying into the idea that he's a part-time guy trying to work his, mind game magic to kind of give him like a maybe I can't do this kind of vibe, right? Um, and Punk is the one kind of carrying the feud. And I think he's really laying in the idea that I do this every week. I defend the belt on TV. I do all these kinds of things. And you just sit there and you just stay home. And you come and go as you please. And now you have nothing. What are you without these things? What are you? You're past the big dog. You're a chief with no village. So what are you? The one line I'm interested in that Roman did say was, we, when he said we as a family or something like that. It's been a long day. It's been a long time since Monday for me. So forgive me. It's not all there. But he says we. And he goes, who's, obviously the Samoan in your pockets, whatever kind of joke, whatever he laid in there. But
Samoan goblins in your pocket.
yeah, Samoan goblins in your pocket, whatever. I do think that's interesting because they tend to not leave lines without filters. So does this mean you're getting a reunion? Does this mean you're getting somebody in the independent scene that's coming soon? He's one call away. Hello. So what do you have? If there's no line left on, if there's no stone left unturned, where are you going with this?
They're not calling Zilla up. I'm just gonna say that out loud.
I'm surprised you got that.
Yeah, I'm not. They're not calling Zilla up. But
I'm surprised you got that. To tell you the truth.
yeah. I mean, come on now. First of all, like the fact that you guys couldn't tell me the lines off rip that CM Punk said that captivated you just tells me that you just wanted that last line to mean something. A
Well, so
man.
well,
Hold
so,
on. Hold on. I
sometimes
didn't interrupt.
sometimes.
I did
Okay,
interrupt.
fine, fine.
A man told another man that he was gonna put him to work and get as much money out of him as he can. You telling me that trumps because he said I'm gonna bury you next to your dad. Okay. The one man the one man said that you're in the main event of WrestleMania because of me. Meaning the dude with the title said that to the dude that run the Royal Rumble. You're literally in the main event because he chose you. With semantics, whatever. No, like I don't know. I find this feud interesting because everybody is a CM Punk fan, right? Mostly everybody our age, James is younger, but me and Chris's age are CM Punk fans. We that is one of our guys, right? But since this switch to the tribal chief with this cocky, arrogant, aura farming Roman Reigns, that crowd kind of also likes Roman Reigns. So the dynamic between people who root for the same people is funny as shit to me. That's why I
So
wanted to ask
it's
you
split.
guys.
It's split.
Yeah, it's a true 50-50, right down the middle. So everything I felt like this second promo that they was gonna have, I felt like everybody was gonna reach to try to give CM Punk that win. And until he said that last line, he did not have that win. So when I say 2-0 Roman Reigns, I really do mean 1-1. That like you got to put that last line into account, right? Because he really just told the man he was gonna bury him next to his father. I mean, I mean, you can't really argue with that, right? You can't really.
Yeah,
It's like
it's hard.
I don't know what to say after that. Like you really, yeah.
It's one of
But we can get into it. Was it worth it or was it not? Was it low? Like I don't care because Roman let him say it, so it's fair game. And
excuse me.
like it's just it's really funny to see the same type of. It's like being a Michael Jackson and a Prince fan at the same time. Like one of the dudes you like more, but you like the other dude too, and you don't want to put too much on him. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, this dude's better. Like it's just kind of crazy the dynamic and the going back and forth uh with those two. Because if you split them apart, they root for the same person. Like they
Yeah,
all root for Roman, they all root for Punk. Most of them root for Cody too. Like it's just a crazy dynamic that has brought on. But as far as the promo, I mean, I felt like I'm waiting for CM Punk to unleash, like take the reins off. He has been real cookie cutter this run, and nobody has pushed him to be CM Punk on the promo, and that's why. I like this feud on the mic is funny to me. It's going to be fun to me because it's gonna be it's a continuing one up situation. So yeah, he said the things about the part time stuff, but he also he said I hang out with your cousins, but Roman just told you his cousin snitch on you all the time. Like you're not happy. You're lying to the people. You're not happy about doing these tours. You just said you're happily going to 10 countries in 3 weeks. You lied. You lied to everybody. Uso said it, and you said you hang out with them. So it makes sense now. Uh, yeah, like the we thing. I did point out the we thing in the chat. You're not gonna get one pass on me. Who the fuck is we? Who the fuck is we?
They ain't much left to call. So
Who the fuck is we? That's all.
they ain't much to call.
Do we get a Seth Rollins Roman Reigns team up again?
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
I think
I
that
doubt it.
What if I hold on? Let me book it. Let me book it quick. What if I get the Roman Reigns Seth Rollins 2-man power trip with The Rock in the background? See, I booked The Rock.
Nah, hell no.
No
I booked The
chance.
Rock.
No
I booked The Rock.
chance.
I
No
booked The Rock.
chance. Just
No?
like Vince said,
You don't get
no chance
You
in
don't like
hell.
you don't like my Rock booking? Okay.
It's not that. It's just I can't see.
You don't like my Rock booking?
No, it's fine. I can't see with the history between Rollins and Reigns them ever teaming up again.
Yeah, but the history between Rollins and Reigns isn't personal. It's strictly business. And they
But
literally say it every time they have a promo, especially the last 3 years, bro. It's not about you, it's just about the business. They literally say it of that form of fashion. That could happen. I would enjoy a 2-man power trip. I want to see a good 2-man power trip fully developed. That Triple H and Austin little thing they did for like 6 months. I have been dying to see that shit again. Just run rough rod, just rough shot over the whole roster. Just fuck them all up.
that happened because Triple H tore his quad, right?
Yeah, he got hurt, so they couldn't
Yeah.
finish the story. But
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to lead to Austin Triple H at Mania. But yeah, I just want to see it again. That's all. That's all. Who do you think wins this title match? This Cody versus Drew title match?
I think it's going to be a DQ. I think it's going to be a DQ somehow, some way. There's going to be interference from somebody, from Fatu maybe. And I think that's how you get something's going to happen. It's going to be a count out or something. And I think that's how they said either a triple threat or that somehow Fatu is going to get involved, and it's going to be a fatal 4-way. That's really what I think.
So I don't have my soapbox to stand on. I'm looking for it. I don't have my soapbox to stand on right now.
Well,
If this company takes the belt off of Drew McIntyre with one title defense since January 9th or whenever he won the championship and gives the belt back to Cody Rhodes because Cody and Randy's a dream match we've been waiting to book. That will be one of the biggest shut up championship runs of the modern WWE era. By far. Doesn't even come close. Because what it proves is you could work as hard as you want. You could have the feud of the year with CM Punk. You could put on great promos, be great in social media. You could do whatever you want to do. It does not matter because the boss man is stuck in his way. He wants what he wants, and he will pick and choose what he wants. And it doesn't matter how good you are at what you do. You will always be second fiddle to 3 or 4 guys in that company. And that, to me, is the biggest piece of bullshit I've ever seen. Drew McIntyre deserves, you can clip all this too. Drew McIntyre deserves to walk into WrestleMania as the undisputed champion. Whether it's a fatal 4-way, triple threat, whatever it is. Whatever that match is. You want to include Sami Zayn, do a championship scramble like he did not Forgive in 2008? You could do that too. Drew McIntyre deserves to walk into WrestleMania as champion. Because all that hard work he did for the past year and a half just to get his title reign cut short with one championship defense, how they did Jey Uso, biggest bullshit ever. ever. I don't care about. Look, I'm a Cody Rhodes guy, but the fact that you're going to sit there and you're going to take the belt off of Drew McIntyre because, well, I have my plan, and the plan is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Yeah, we need a one-on-one match. Why? You could do that shit at SummerSlam. You could take the belt off of Drew at SummerSlam. I mean, at WrestleMania, and put the belt on Cody at WrestleMania. I don't care. Drew McIntyre deserves to walk as WrestleMania champion. For all he's done for the past year, he deserves it. And if this company says we're taking the belt off him because we have to push the agenda of Cody Rhodes has to walk into WrestleMania as champion, it's a fucking joke.
Mm.
I'm back.
I mean, he put the glasses back on. Yeah,
I'm back.
I mean, he has a point.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I agree with James. I mean, Drew McIntyre deserves to walk into Mania as champion, man. I mean, they really, man, like it seemed like when he gets the belt, he has it for like a few months, and then they take it from him. You know, give a little a bit here, and then take it right back. Give it a little bit more, and then they take it right back. I mean, at some point, just let the man have a little bit of a length of a championship defense. That's why I think he's going to retain. I think it's going to be an interference somehow. So I just don't know. Just don't
That's
know
how
how.
y'all. That's what y'all believe in now, huh? Hard work. Don't get one title defense and lose it on your second. Now that's what y'all believe in now.
Well,
Which, but
Jay,
I will
Jay
say,
Uso worked for 2 years and got over, but he gets one title defense and it was good riddance. Yeah, yeah.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
no,
2 years. 2 years
no,
when a whole year
no,
getting screwed out
no.
of the world
No,
championship. But she, yeah,
no.
yeah. No,
I
no,
defended it. I said it was bullshit too. I
no,
said it was wrong for him to
no.
lose that championship after 2 months.
I don't remember that.
You don't have
well,
to
I don't
because
remember
I
how I
said it.
said it. I remember. I remember how I said it. Okay, that's the narrative I'm pushing. Okay. No, listen. I don't think he loses. I don't think he loses. Do you think he loses?
I
no,
do.
I don't think he loses.
I don't think he loses. No.
I
I
do.
don't think he loses. I think.
I think he loses because Jacob is going to interfere. You're going to get the usual WWE runaround bullshit where one of them knocks out the ref and then Jacob comes in and does the moonsault off the top rope, whatever he calls it, and then Cody just hits him with the crossroads, and there you have a new champion. And then it's Cody versus Drew. I mean, Cody versus Drew. Drew versus Jacob, and then Cody versus Randy.
So you think they break it up into singles matches, Drew versus Jacob and Cody versus
Yes.
Randy? I don't. I don't put that past them to do that because it lengthens the Mania night, wherever that goes. So I mean, to be honest with you, it would probably be better for Mania if Drew loses, just because you just get another marquee match and a heated rivalry to get behind. Um, but I like just put him in a 4-way. Like it fits perfectly. Like I don't know if you to me, I don't know if you do the well you do the ref botch or whatever they do to get the ref not to look whatever. Um you definitely have Jacob take out take out either Cody or Drew or both. You have Randy come down, take out Jacob. And then I still think you have Drew win the match. That's how I think you get to a 4-way because Jacob and Randy got interfered in the match. So to me, the way to make your title match bigger in the way you cornered yourself in booking it is to make a 4-way match. Can I have a Drew versus Jacob and be happy about it? Yeah, it'll be cool. I won't cry too much about it. But they also just be in the same match and you have a better story. So yeah, I hope they let Drew win, that just win the match, period. Whatever shenanigans happen. No DQs, nothing like that. Just let Drew win. He won by because Jacob couldn't hold his temper. But then you make a 4-way match. Like it writes itself. Like
So,
in my opinion, just use your predictability powers that you always use and just book this match.
I will ask you this question because we had a conversation about this before Elimination Chamber in our chats. Rhea Ripley took the pin on Friday. Did you think she was going to take the pin on Saturday?
Oh, hell no.
Cody took the pin on Saturday. Do you think he's taking the pin on Friday?
If there is massive interference, yeah. If he's protected by it, yeah. I don't think that's the same thing for a title match. If you get him to take a mighty moonsault, then take a claymore out of not out of nowhere, but as they get up or whatever, how they play that off, yeah, he's protected in it. And you book him in a title match at Mania. I don't think that hurts him if he's going to be right back in the title match.
See,
Now, if they do Cody, other than that, you have to have Cody win, and then you can either just make a four way that way or do what you're saying to split the match in two. But the match, four of them makes more sense than to split the match up.
And I think they are afraid of not having Cody Rhodes walk into WrestleMania as champion. Because I think in their head, they think that they have to have Cody as champion because no one truly cares about Drew McIntyre as champion. People care when Cody's champion. So that is why I also think they're going to take the belt off him.
I mean, I get that framing of it. I don't think as long as he's in the match, I don't think that really matters per se. Because he's associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is he going to lose at Mania, then losing twice in a row? That would probably not happen. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, yeah, Drew makes it past the second title match, and that's okay. But the first one, he can't lose after the first one. I mean, that's kind of shitty to make him lose after his third title match at WrestleMania. That's worse to me.
I'd rather him lose a wrestler.
You lose, the loss is a loss, bro. Like,
a loss is a
loss. No matter where it is,
loss.
it's still 3 matches, and you lost the title.
A loss is a loss, yes. But I think him losing a WrestleMania would be better than losing on a SmackDown. That makes any sense. Just to put Cody in the position that Drew should be in, I think will make it worse. Given the timing and the circumstances of it all. Yeah.
They're gonna shit it. We're probably all gonna shit on it because he shouldn't lose the title. But yeah, I don't know. But speaking of the title match with the women's side, Chris, what we got about that one?
Yeah, the women, boy, the women. Rhea Ripley, as we mentioned earlier, she won the women's Elimination Chamber match, and she will face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania 42. And there's been some stuff going on social media, and also it's just been some stuff going social media pretty much. Pretty much, it seems like Jade. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me, James?
Now we do, but we heard you a little. Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, pretty much, Jade Cargill said, like, "Oh, I'm facing Rhea." Oh, okay. Rhea, and I'm kind of giving you kind of paraphrasing what they said on Twitter. And Rhea was like, "Yeah, you're facing me. This is what it's going to be." And Jade Cargill was pretty much saying, like, "Yeah." Rhea kind of gets what she wants. Rhea took exception
She
to
said
it.
Rhea was the second choice. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
and she kind of,
yeah.
it just, man, the whole locker room was pretty much ganged up
She said
against
Rhea was the
Jade
second
Cargill.
choice. Then Rhea said something back, and then said, and then Jay said, "Oh, as much as you talk to creative," and then that's when the shit hit the fucking
This
fan.
exploded.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and that's what kind of getting to. Jay pretty much said, you get what you want. So pretty much she was calling her Rhea Hogan for the most part.
which is her
Fair.
nickname, by the way, just because everybody calls her that.
Fair. Give us your thoughts about this, because this seems a little personal, but WWE has done a great job over the years of taking things that are personal and applying it to actual matches. We've seen this with Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. We've seen this what was the other one that we've seen this with that where it got personal and it bled over into the story.
Stratton and Flair.
Stratton and Flair this last year for WrestleMania. Fair, give us your thoughts about this.
Um, I'm gonna start with the overall presence of it. Like can be really good for them. Like this can get them a lot of heat. It can get them a lot of coverage of it if they play it right. Um, with that being said, I thought Rhea was extremely corny in this situation. Like for you to get mad, like just the year before, Bianca told you want to get into this fucking match. Just the year before. That implies creative. Does it or does it not?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't say shit to Bianca. Wow. Fast forward. You say that, this little tit for tat happens, and now you got everybody, Chelsea Green, Alba, people retweeting it, other people, like just people just jumping onto it. That people that clearly now had a problem, and they waited for you to say something stupid to Rhea, and then hid behind the fact that you said something stupid to Rhea, and then attacked her. No, that cannot be good for the locker room. Just for the locker room etiquette part of it, like you sat there and victimed yourself, and now everybody gets to jump on Jade. That's corny. That's corny behavior. Nobody said anything to you. Nobody's breaking the fourth wall because Rhea Ripley is not a real fucking person. That is a character you play. So nobody's talking personal about you. That's corny. That type of you victimized yourself. I want to really say what it really is. Because I don't like to go there. But that is pure Karen. Pure Karen. That was corny as shit to do that to her. Nobody's doing it. She's done that to every opponent that she's had since she turned heel, since she went to SummerSlam. That little tit for tat on Twitter. Like that's the thing. That's the thing to do, really, in this day and time. And that's how a lot of women get their fucking stories off. But you said you got to do that, and now everybody's piling on. That's corny to me. That's all I gotta say about it. It's corny. Now, hopefully, they can turn it and make it a fucking good and entertainful story and match. But that was corny.
So I'm gonna try to tread lightly here. If you wanted to add spice to this, I think this is how you do it. I think if you want to add some fire to this feud, I think that's how you do it. I'm pretty sure Rhea has heard the jokes over the years about her being in the main event 6 out of the fucking 7 years or whatever for the championship or whatever the case was. So I'm sure it definitely hit a nerve there along the way, right? Now, you see the reports coming from Wrestling Reporter or whatever it is, and how apparently like Jade's locker room like etiquette, I guess, is not really the best. I guess I don't know what the word is for it, but I don't know who's leaking it out. I don't know who's saying shit, but it just seems pretty awfully convenient that it's coming out now, and especially in light of the events that happened. But I kind of feel like maybe it's a sense of, do you really ever see her with anybody? Like, I feel like they're a very tight knit kind of group, the divas, right? Divas, the women's wrestlers, right? Maybe there is some kind of thing where Jade really isn't around so much, so maybe they kind of feel like maybe her not being around everything is kind of like we don't really know you, kind of. I don't know what the word is. I don't know how to describe it. But maybe there's some kind of like if you don't hang out with us and fuck with us, and then you call one of us out, maybe. I don't know. I truly don't know. For all I know, this could be a work. Okay. For all I know, it could be a fucking work. But maybe there's something along the lines of maybe there's real heat on it. Maybe that just got elevated. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know what the exact word is to say for it. But if they wanted to add something to it, shit, definitely got something now. So who knows?
You know what, James? Me and Fair right before you came on and we were in the back talking. It got to the point where like I was actually talking to my uncle about this. He's a big wrestling fan. He asked me, "Do I think this is a work or a shoot?" I think it's a little bit of both, but I'm leaning towards more so of a shoot because I think there are people out there or people in the back who believe that Rhea Ripley gets a lot more opportunities than a lot of other females. I've said this before. Like Vince had his people, Triple H has his people. Triple H, it seems like his biggest star right now is Rhea Ripley. And I mean, Rhea Ripley brings money in. I think we know that. I think she brings money in. And as of
Mhm.
right now, you don't have a Bianca Belair who's still out right now. She's rehabbing her finger. So Rhea Ripley right now is your number one cash cow. And it seems like Jade Car. This almost feels like a Mean Girls type situation in a sense, where they're all kind of ganging up
Exactly.
on Jade Cargill. And I'm not saying that Jade Cargill is perfect or an angel, but it just gives that vibe that they're all ganging up on her because she can. She pretty much said Rhea Ripley is getting what she wanted because she went to creative and she begged for a title shot. Now I
No,
do.
here's the thing. It's not because of that. It's because they have an issue with her. They use that to hide behind so they can sit here and throw the rocks at her after that. That's the
Right.
corny shit. That's the
Right, right,
corny part.
right. No, okay, you're right. So we'll go with that. I do think it makes you wonder if Bianca was here right now, would Bianca have gotten that title shot to face Jade, or would it have been Rhea Ripley still?
Call it Bianca.
It would have been Bianca. That's why
Okay,
she said she was second. She was the second choice.
Joyce, right.
That's what.
Uh,
That's what got under Rhea Ripley's skin. It wasn't uh the her getting another chance or whatever Rhea Hogan. It was because she said that she was the second choice. That's when you started to see Rhea get angry.
mhm.
That's where the caps came in. So
and,
yeah,
and, and,
that's what made her mad.
and if you remember last year when it ended up being a triple threat match for the women's championship, I think they were overseas, if I'm thinking right, and they were getting ready to sign that contract. And Bianca took that contract and said, "Here, sign the damn contract since you always begging for what you want or what have you." So
I think that was in New York. I think
it was okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was
Yeah, that
overseas or not.
was. I think so. I think it was in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
but the point
because
is,
I thought I
go ahead,
remember
James.
seeing that.
Go ahead,
I'll say
go
because
ahead.
I think I remember seeing that on TV. I think I remember being there for that. I think.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think
Uh,
that was in Brooklyn, wasn't it? I think that was in Brooklyn.
No, it was in the
might have
Might
been.
have
Garden.
been Madison Square Garden,
It was the
but
Garden. Yeah.
Okay. But the point is, I think the point is, Rhea didn't like what Jay said, and everybody else came up to Rhea's rescue or whatever, and pretty much ganged up on Jay Cargill. When more than likely it's Jay told the truth. So I think there is some work there, but I also think there's elements of a shoot being there as well too. And I think see tomorrow's Friday. I think we're going to see the first promo between these two. I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to interact with each other. with the promo coming up on SmackDown. I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to come off or how they're going to interact with each other because I think you can tell when when they put emotion behind their promo as opposed to when they don't. And I think tomorrow
Yeah,
we're going to see
Oh no,
that emotion.
you saw that in their face on Monday. Yeah,
Yeah,
you definitely seen some kind of she felt some type of way about that. You
yeah,
know, and
yeah.
and I also think too along the lines of like if it being of it being like a shoot or a work or whatever the case was, it wouldn't shock me if either one bled into each other. I also think when I feel like sometimes when people get put in positions and there's like a kind of like a not like a backlash, but like and then all of a sudden you start seeing shit get leaked out about it. It's almost kind of like you're like, oh yeah, it's always been this way, right? Or we've always felt this way about her. So it's like now they have the ammo to kind of go at it because of what happened, you know. But I don't know. It definitely seemed real because Zelina Vega commented on it, which was weird. Charlotte Flair commented on it. So I don't know. But
in
it all
defense, by the way. So apparently her and Jade are really good friends. So when you said you ever see her in anybody, I would assume that her or Charlotte and Alexa are probably around each other a lot. So
yeah, no,
just say
maybe
I don't know.
probably.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But like sometimes like you just see them all together and like, some of them aren't really there. So it makes you wonder like, is it kind of divided in the locker room or something? I don't know. But
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Like, first of all, Jade comes from her own money. She like, and it's not to knock her for that, but it's like she comes from her own. She does not need wrestling money, and like she stays to herself. I honestly like most Caribbean women. So
well, I wouldn't know.
I don't know.
You know.
I'm telling you that most of us want to keep it to ourselves. We want to be in our family's presence. If we have kids, we be over there. Like we not. I don't get like if you want to be mad because she has her own locker room and she's not mixing it with you. Is she an asshole behind the scenes or something? Like does she just go around and just be like mushing the shit out of you, ladies? Like I don't get why you are so mad that you had to jump into a goddamn a Twitter beef that had nothing to do with you. That's what I don't get.
I
You
actually
don't have
think
a
I actually
story,
think
you don't have a match, you don't have nothing, but you want to sit here and just talk shit.
yeah.
I'm delayed, so I didn't want to put the screen up anymore. But yeah, I
No,
just thought it was
you're
extremely
good.
corny.
No, well, it'll be interesting to see tomorrow night when these two come face to face on SmackDown. Can't wait for that. Uh real quick before we get out of here, Bianca Belair, she's still man. I said this summer she's gonna come back. I don't know, man. Like she had a hard time just picking up a pen. Yeah, for those who don't know, she has surgery on her finger. She can't even pick up a pen. Like that's how bad her finger is messed up. So I don't know how long I don't know how long it's gonna be before she comes back. But hopefully she can heal up soon, and she will be back in the
Mhm.
ring soon and very soon.
I
That
say
is going to go ahead, James. Go ahead.
that don't look good.
It does not, man. It does not.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but
Oh,
that
you
does
good?
not look good. That does not look good. Shout out, prayers. Shout out that hopefully she's better by SummerSlam or whenever she's able to come back if she's able to come
Yeah.
back. But man, it don't look good.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. That is going to conclude today's show for us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow us on X, Twitter, wherever you call it, at WWTV 2024. Also, hit that like, subscribe button on our YouTube channel so when we go live, like we are now, you will be able to follow us and join us in the conversation. For Fair, James, our executive producer, Smitty, I'm Chris. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all take care. Smitty, hit the end button. We're done.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to
the 12th episode. I remember this time. 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bro.
Acknowledge us.